The NBA Finals are a best-of-7 series for a reason. Game 1 is crucial, but Game 2 often determines the series' trajectory. For the losing team, it's a chance to steal a win on the road and seize momentum. For the victors, it's an opportunity to assert dominance. The Boston Celtics drew first blood, winning a hard-fought Game 1 against the Dallas Mavericks. Now all eyes turn to Game 2. Can the Mavericks bounce back and even the series? Or will the Celtics take a commanding 2-0 lead? The energy in the arena will be electric. Both teams understand the stakes. The Mavericks need to find a way to contain the Celtics' offensive firepower. The Celtics, on the other hand, will be looking to exploit any weaknesses in the Mavericks' defense. The Celtics stole home court advantage in Game 1. They defeated the Mavericks in a tightly contested matchup. The Celtics' defense stifled the Mavericks' high-powered offense. Jason Tatum led the Celtics with a stellar performance. He showcased his scoring prowess and playmaking abilities. Marcus Smart provided a spark off the bench, making crucial plays on both ends of the court. The Mavericks struggled to find their rhythm offensively. Luka Doncic, their star player, faced double teams and physicality throughout the game. The Celtics' defensive game plan effectively limited his impact. Dallas will need to find ways to get Doncic going if they hope to even the series. Luka Doncic is the heart and soul of the Mavericks' offense. He had an uncharacteristically quiet Game 1. The Celtics' defense deserves credit. They threw different looks at Doncic, forcing him into tough shots and turnovers. Doncic is a resilient superstar. He will undoubtedly bounce back. The Mavericks need him to be more aggressive. He needs to find ways to get to the free throw line and create scoring opportunities for his teammates. The Celtics will continue to make life difficult for Doncic. They'll likely use the same defensive strategy in Game 2. The Mavericks need to adjust their offensive game plan to counter this. Jason Tatum showcased his all-around game in Game 1. He was not just a scorer, he was a facilitator for the Celtics. Tatum's ability to find open teammates put tremendous pressure on the Mavericks' defense. His passing was particularly effective against double teams. He made quick decisions and found the open man, leading to easy baskets for the Celtics. Tatum's playmaking abilities make the Celtics a much more dangerous team. When he is scoring and distributing at a high level, they are tough to beat. The Mavericks need to find ways to limit Tatum's impact in Game 2. The NBA Finals often come down to which team's role players step up. In Game 1, the Celtics role players outplayed the Mavericks' supporting cast. Marcus Smart and Al Horford made crucial contributions. Smart's energy and defense were simply infectious. He hounded Doncic, hit timely shots. Horford, a veteran presence, provided valuable scoring and rebounding. The Mavericks need more from their role players. Tim Hardaway Jr. and Reggie Bullock need to knock down open shots. Maxi Kleber needs to provide a defensive spark. If the Mavericks' supporting cast can elevate their game, they will have a much better chance in Game 2. A 2-0 lead in the NBA Finals is a significant advantage. Teams that win the first 2 games of the series go on to win the championship over 90% of the time. The Mavericks face an uphill battle. However, it's not an insurmountable deficit. They have the talent and resilience to come back. They need to win at least one game in Dallas to swing the momentum back in their favor. The Mavericks cannot afford to fall into a 3-0 hole, which would be extremely difficult to overcome. The Mavericks have a lot to ponder after Game 1. They need to find ways to counter the Celtics' defensive game plan. Head coach Jason Kidd is known for his tactical acumen. He will need to make adjustments to get his team back on track. One adjustment could be to run more pick and rolls for Doncic. This would force the Celtics to make decisions on defense and potentially create open shots for Doncic or his teammates. The Mavericks also need to improve their ball movement. They became stagnant on offense in Game 1, often relying on Doncic to create something out of nothing. For the Mavericks to win Game 2, they need to focus on a few key areas. First and foremost, they need to get Doncic going early and often. He is their best player, and they need him to be at his best to win this series. Secondly, the Mavericks need to shoot the ball better from three-point range. They are a dangerous three-point shooting team. They were cold from beyond the arc in Game 1. Finally, the Mavericks need to play with more energy and intensity. The Celtics were the more aggressive team in Game 1. The Mavericks need to match their intensity level. The Celtics are in the driver's seat after stealing Game 1 on the road. However, they cannot afford to become complacent. The Mavericks are a dangerous team that is more than capable of bouncing back. The Celtics need to maintain their defensive intensity. They need to continue to make life difficult for Doncic. They need to avoid any letdowns. The Celtics are a young and hungry team. They are eager to prove themselves on the biggest stage. They need to stay focused and continue to play with the same intensity and determination that got them to this point.